idea to fill your own glass when you're dining with others. Wait until someone else pours something in your cup. If you do it yourself, it sends the wrong message that your dining partners or host are ungracious.
Could be a culture change.
If you ask a Japanese person for directions, they won't point. It's considered threatening and therefore impolite. Instead, they'll either provide you with verbal directions or show where you should go with an open hand.
Konnichiwa, minasan. Kyo desu. So in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to 16 Japanese etiquettes that most foreigners break. Even though I feel like I know a lot about Japan already, I'm still willing to figure out if there's things I'm missing, or for you guys to see if this video is accurate about assessing what foreigners actually do break, the rules in Japan. But before that, guys, we are close to 200,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Besides the country's incredible technological advancement and breathtaking nature, it's Japanese rules of etiquette that have always fascinated me the most. Well, at least I learned the most from them. Yeah, I've made plenty of blunders as a tourist, and I guess I'll embarrass myself some more by sharing those moments with you. And don't worry, the locals are so kind and understanding. Still, save yourself the blushing and try not to repeat my mistakes. It's a bad idea to fill your own glass when you're dining with others. Wait until someone else pours something in your cup. If you do it yourself, it sends the wrong message that your dining partners or host are ungracious. Try topping someone else's glass off first, and then wait until someone notices and fills yours. By the way, when you're doing it, you can slightly lift your glass off the table. On second thought, it might turn out too formal for the occasion, so better wait and see what other people are doing. Do not leave tips.
It's
very convenient, but if you don't know about this rule, you can end up in an embarrassing situation. On one of my first days in Japan, I had an amazing meal in a restaurant. The food, service, atmosphere, everything was perfect. Japan. So before leaving, I put a generous tip on the table. Well, my waiter stopped me before I got out the door to return my forgotten money. When I'm at home in the U.S., I'm not the only one having my lunch on the run, hopping on the bus with a Coke in one hand and a hot dog in the other. In most places in Japan, though, eating and drinking on the street or in public transport is frowned upon, unless it's a Shinkansen or similar long-distance train.
Right.
You just don't take a sandwich or coffee for a walk to the nearest park. It's much more common to have a meal in the same place where you bought your food. And if it's street food, eat it while standing still or find somewhere to sit down. But this rule could already be outdated. I've seen quite a lot of locals scarfing snacks while hurrying somewhere.
Could be a culture change.
If you ask a Japanese person for directions, they won't point. It's considered threatening and therefore impolite. Instead, they'll either provide you with verbal directions or show where you should go with an open hand. Now, about greeting people,
I didn't know that.
I'm sure you know that shaking hands is nothing but bad manners in Japan. Well, if you're a foreigner, no one will scold you. Japanese people are used to shaking hands with Westerners. But if you want to blend in, you should bow when meeting people, thanking someone, or apologizing. Oh, and try to avoid my two most embarrassing mistakes. Never attempt to shake someone's hand and bow at the same time.
Really?
It's awkward.
I didn't know that.
And do not bow back when you're a customer, for example, in hotels, restaurants, or stores. Oh, that reminds me. In many stores, you can notice small trays near the cash register. You're supposed to put the money there instead of handing it directly to the cashier. Ignoring such a tray would be rather impolite.
I experienced that when I was in Japan.
And don't count the change you've just been handed. It's very, very rude. When you climb into a hot, relaxing bath in Japan, you must already be clean. In this country, bathing isn't about washing your body. It's a relaxing activity.
Yep.
That's why you should clean yourself in the shower before getting into a bathtub. And make sure that no soap residue gets into the water. If there is traditional Japanese flooring in a restaurant, you should remove your shoes before entering.
Yep.
And if you need to go to the restroom, you'll find several pairs of bathroom slippers of different sizes near the entrance.
Yep, even at people's houses.
The crucial thing is to remember to take these slippers off after you finish your business. Returning from the restroom with bathroom slippers on is an unthinkable mistake. Guess what happened to me once or twice? Right. I could make a whole video on chopstick etiquette. Of course, I know how to use them. I order takeaway often enough. But using your chopsticks in Japan is much more than managing to eat without dropping them. Please don't do the thing where you rub them together to get the wood shavings off. I know, we do it in the States, but they don't in Japan. Never stick your chopsticks in a rice bowl vertically, because this is what people do at funerals. It's also considered disrespectful, because it's a reminder of bad luck. Crossing your chopsticks isn't the best idea either. Do not pass food with chopsticks that have been anywhere near your mouth. It's not hygienic. If you want your dining partner to try some particularly mouth-watering dish you've ordered, use the other end of your chopsticks. Remember to put a piece of this dish on a small plate first, and only then pass it over. If you're taking a break from eating, place your chopsticks on a special chopstick rest called hashioki. That's how you keep them clean, and don't let them roll off the table. Never wave your chopsticks in the air, point them at another person, or use them to stab food. If you're served nigiri sushi, which is a slice of raw fish placed on pressed rice, dip it in the sauce upside down. This way, only the fish will touch the sauce, and the rice won't get wet and sloppy. If you find it tricky to do with your chopsticks, remember that using your hands is also an option. One more table etiquette rule to keep in mind next time you're in Japan enjoying that delicious local cuisine. When eating soup, first lift the bowl closer to your mouth and use your chopsticks to fish out all the solid stuff.
I love doing that.
Drink the broth directly from your bowl. When in Japan, you need to show proper respect to people's business cards. I mean, you should do that no matter where you are. But it's a particularly careful exchange in Japan. So if someone offers you their business card, which is called a mishi, take it with both hands and examine it attentively. If you're in a meeting at this moment, put the card on the table in front of you. The rudest thing you can do is shove another person's business card in your pocket. You have to carefully put it inside a case or wallet. Most taxis have doors that open automatically. So when a car pulls up,
I love that about
don't
Japan.
rush to open the door. The driver will do it by pressing a button. Operating the door by yourself makes most drivers a bit upset. Now, even though young Japanese people tend to be very daring in the way they dress, overall, people wear quite conservative clothes.
True.
That's why it's a good idea not to show too much skin, especially your belly or chest if you're a woman.
True.
The only mortifying mishap with clothes I had was not checking my socks one morning. I ended up wearing a sock with a hole on my big toe. That day, we visited 2 temples and 1 traditional restaurant, all being the places where you can't leave your shoes on. But my attention was concentrated not on the beauty of Japanese architecture or delicious food. No, I was figuring out the best way to conceal my big toenail peeking out. Be careful with your wet umbrella. For example, a lot of restaurants and stores provide their customers with special plastic covers.
That I love
as well. If you're given one, you have to put it on your dripping umbrella. Another crucial no-no in Japan is making or answering phone calls when you're on a train.
Yep.
The same goes
I've seen
for
a few
talking
foreigners
with
do
your
that.
companion in a loud voice or listening to music without earphones. Why? Because Japanese people work a lot, and many of them use their commute time to catch some Z's. And I'd say that's not exclusive to Japan alone. Don't disturb other people's peace, no matter where you are. Wow, that advice should go on a plaque somewhere.
So yeah, solid video. I learned some new things and some things I just got reminded of. But yeah, I think it was a solid video. Please let me know what you guys think. Is this accurate? Do you feel like Japan still caters to a lot of these rules and etiquettes? Because I understand also Japan is also evolving. So maybe some things are not as enforced anymore. But please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So if you guys liked the video, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Honto, arigatou gozaimasu. Mina. 気をつけて。じゃあね。